One of the things that we get asked the most about is why should we go for flight cases or road cases compared to plastic injection molded cases. Now in this video we are going to look at both the cases and we are going to understand what makes plastic injection molded cases better than road cases and what is the application for both of them. Obviously these both cases are there to suit different kind of needs, and in this video we are going to go through them. So as you see in my previous videos, we have been covering a lot of examples from fiasco cases, and we are going to take their example again when it comes to road cases. You can see that primarily road cases consist of custom solutions. There is primarily plywood and you make the box out of plywood. You use aluminum extrusions, you use hardware such as recessed handles, corners, braces, caster wheels, so on and so forth. But every case is designed for a specific reason. These cases are not mass produced in the sense that they are not readily available off the shelf, and so they would be designed to suit your particular needs. When you compare this to plastic injection molded cases, we're going to look at two very famous companies, Pelican and Nanook. Both of them have a considerable market share when it comes to PIM cases. And so if we go through these, you will see that the plastic injection molded cases are mainly categorized among these categories that you see over here. They can be used for storing artillery, camera, audio equipment. They can also be used as travel cases, as you might have seen, because they are aesthetically appealing, which is one of the reasons why people prefer it more over the traditional road cases. And then you can also use them to store accessories. So there are plenty of reasons why one would choose a plastic injection molded case over a road case. So the first reason could be the size. If you look at road cases, you will not find majority of the road cases in small to medium sizes. And the reason is because at that size, first of all, it is more expensive than a PIM case. And the second reason is that it is not as portable as a plastic injection molded case could be. The second reason you have to look at is the weight. Now, plastic injection molded cases are made up of high strength polyurethane plastic, and so it is more resistant to abrasion, impact, and it is also more resistant to cracking under stress. So when you combine all these qualities compared to a birchwood or a plywood made road case, you will always find in most of the cases that the plastic injection molded case is much lighter in weight compared to a traditional flight case. Similarly, you can also look at the portability of the cases. So in plastic injection molded cases, you will find plenty of these that are in travel size category, right? And they also have two corner wheels so that one can use the pull-out handle to carry them, like, let's say, on a flight. So road cases do not offer that flexibility in most cases. And so at the same time, the fourth point I would like to touch on is the fact that they are not as aesthetically pleasing as plastic injection molded cases. So, a typical plastic injection molded case would go through quite a tough environment, and if a comparable road case or flight case would have to go through the same environment, then you would see that the flight case would have a lot of tarnishes, blemishes, scratch marks on its surface, which does not render it aesthetically appealing. Compared to a plastic injection molded cases, you will not see a lot of scuffs or marks, scratches on its surface, as it is very resistant to those. The other factor is the cost effectiveness of both cases. since flight cases or road cases are very much a custom design, in most cases they are very expensive compared to plastic injection molded cases, because plastic injection molded cases are made in large numbers, they're mass produced, and from small to medium size you will see there's a big price difference between a road case and a plastic injection molded case. Then there is also the maintenance of both these cases. Plastic injection molded cases on one hand do not need to be cared about much, but if you take a road case for example, you might need to replace a couple of parts as they get damaged over time, because there are different materials you are dealing with and different environmental conditions affect the materials differently, and plastic is very resistant to all of that. That is a good segue into the next point, which makes plastic injection molded cases much better performing than road cases, is their temperature resistance. So road cases, first of all, due to their portability issues, cannot be taken to many extreme environment temperatures, but plastic injection molded cases can be. And obviously, since they are made out of plastic, they are very much prone to extreme temperature changes. And as I mentioned earlier, they are resistant to cracking under stress as well. Whereas in road cases, some of the times you can see that if you place something heavy inside them, then over time the case can experience bowing, which is not the case with plastic injection molded cases. The next point I would like to focus on is the corrosion resistance. As I mentioned before, road cases normally have components on them that are made up of aluminum, steel, and so in areas that have a high humidity, they can be prone to corrosion, but you will not encounter any of these problems with the plastic injection molded cases. One of the things that also sets these plastic cases apart from the road cases is the fact that you can use them for multiple applications, because all they need is a foam insert that has to be machined according to the product that you want to carry inside the case. And if you want to replace it with something else, all you have to do is just get the foam remade. Now, one could argue that you could do the same with a road case, but then again, you are going to get the road case made in the first place. Now, since that is a custom size, a custom solution, that will already be very expensive compared to a plastic case, which is being mass produced. So essentially, when you have to make the decision as to what to go for, whether it's a road case or a plastic injection molded case, I guess the factors you have to look at are all the ones that I've described just now. And you also have to take into account the type of equipment that you want to store in this. So if you are looking to store camera equipment, or you are looking to store some weapons or artillery, or there is a small medical equipment that you want to carry, or let's say small mics or audio visual equipment, then plastic injection molded case would be the right choice. Or let's say you want to travel to places that have extreme temperatures, and one example could be if you want to carry a rugged laptop from Dell, then yes, that would need a plastic injection molded case, because you cannot carry that in a road case anyways. But if you are dealing with audio visual equipment that is very heavy, such as the moving lights that we have covered in our previous video, then definitely those are things that are out of the size range of a plastic injection molded case. So these are the factors you have to keep in mind, and I hope this video allows you to make the best decision in choosing between the two types of cases. Thank you.